we have not yet explored this system, Nameless star, so let's check it out. Okay. Projection from warp. That's awkward. So we've got 4 planets that we will check out first before we figure out what's going on with this projection from warp. That's super sketchy looking. Avoid that at all costs. Ancient bunker, and I think that means that is a location we can visit. And it is. Let's bring Irliet with us, but the rest of the team I think I'll leave alone. I like the idea of making your common trips safe. Yeah, we definitely could. Though I don't know how often we're going to go back to some of those locations. Are we all coughing and dying? Apparently yes. Melting venom. Can we not? Alright, you have the same bounty hunter abilities. I could actually go with 300% damage on her, because she is far more focused on taking down single targets. So maybe I will go that route. Alright, looks like we need to move forward because we're taking ongoing damage. Looks like the bunker still has a working generator. How?
For the concentration of toxins in the air has been exceeded. Crew members are advised to activate their respiratory protection.
Massive doors dotted with small chips, scratches, and bullet marks. There is no sign of any hinges, levers, or anything resembling a lock. There is a dusty panel built into the wall to the right. As you approach, the cracked screen starts to flicker faintly. Tech use, force access using the control panel, demolition, blast open the door. Guaranteed success, but it will take a melt to charge. Open the door with plasma cutters, suffering through the fumes. Or step away from the door. Let's force access using the control panel. Succeeded. They show us running forward, but it was definitely Pascal who did it. A little patience, and you hear the tired clicking of the mechanism from beyond the wall. The door opens slowly and with a groan. Okay, let's check out what's over here first.
A new challenge for me.
Before you is an ancient but wholly typical console intended for use by people not trained in the mysteries of ministering to machine spirits. The cogitator is completely silent, but as you approach, you sense the warmth emanating from its metallic casing, a telltale sign that the machine is working. Pascal offers the cogitator a reverent bow, chanting the binaric aria of launch priming. The spirit of the machine embodies resilience and indomitability. In this den of decay and entropy, still does it reign over this place. Request status of the bunker's life support system or activate the automated defense systems. I don't think we'd want to activate defense systems because surely we aren't set up to be... I think they would defend against us, which would be bad. Water supply system failed. Reason unknown. Temperature and humidity control system failed. Reason unknown. Energy regulation system. Unknown error. Warning. Backup generator connected. Oxygen supply system failed. Warning. Air filters damaged. Warning. Defense systems failure. What if we did try to activate them? Error. Insufficient power. Okay. We'll step away.
None shall stand in my way.
The words on the sign are barely legible. Yellowish gas is slowly seeping through the rusted air duct system. Pascal, please unlock this door.
Operation successful.
Anything over here to check out? We've got a bunch of doors to go through. This rushing because we are taking damage is a very weird mechanic that we haven't seen before. Combi tool. Grants plus 10 bonus to tech use. And this goes into our, like, extra utility slots. There and there. Pascal, what do you have? You have free slots. Well, take a boost to your tech use, please. Can you go into turn-based? I don't think so. Corrosion was merciless to these old Imperial bayonets, chainswords, and lasguns. I can pause when I'm reading, though, which is probably the smart thing to do. I assume here is where I'm trying to get to, so we'll hold off on going through there first. There is a door panel here. Is that to close this door? I guess let's find out. Insufficient power. Okay, let's go through this door first. A decontamination shower, a rare sight for regulatory planetary forces. Its purpose is to eliminate harmful agents. Uh-huh. Let's activate this.
This cannot be.
Ow. I mean, we're not taking a ton of damage, but I would be in trouble if we had to fight a fight where we were taking damage every turn as well. Medkit, worn seal. A worn golden seal adorned with intricate patterns. Someone has deliberately scraped the coat of arms off the handle. Odd.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I mean, open that up, Pascal. There we go.
Let us see what I found. Just as I was taught.
Prepare the Voxcaster.
Blessed with multifunctionality.
Grab some goods. Open the door. Did you not? I'm confused what failed there and why we can't try again. But sure.
Follow my lead.
What do you have? Officer key grants access to the archives. Okay. That'll probably be useful at some point. Multi-key. Turn whatever this is. I guess I probably should have read it first. Valve is required to regulate the flow. Rested reservoir for storing drinking water. It is only half full. We could go through that door.
Victory awaits.
Collect all the things. Before we take on that. There's a valve. So we needed that for this. I'm hoping this valve is what can turn off the ongoing damage. No? We're not done just yet. We need to turn on the ventilation system quickly.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Is that this? Coggitator's panel has dozens of breakers, buttons, handles, switches, and other control mechanisms. Request the status of the bunker's life support system. Water supply failed, unknown reason. Temperature and humidity failed, unknown reason. Energy regulation system, unknown. So this is what we read before. Defense system failure. Activate the emergency ventilation system. System check. Processing input data. Data confirmed. Compressor launch in progress. Pressure levels nominal. Warning. Error. Some random binary. Encountered. Insufficient power. Booting emergency energy profiles. Success. Pressurizing facility. Success. Booting compressor. Success. Emergency air filters activated. Automated defense systems activated. Okay, so we've activated the automated defense system, which is probably a problem. But should no longer be taking damage every turn. Pascal's Vox hisses mournfully. With your permission, I would extract the command blocks of this noble machine to hold a vigil for its deceased spirit. The Omnissiah preserves the faithful. Monkey poisoned this world, and then the world destroyed them. At least the primitive technologies they left behind can spare us from suffering the same fate.
None shall stand in my way.
Oh, and we all just fully healed up. Nice. So
We
yeah,
should deal with this.
bit of rushing needed to get here, but we're good. Collect all that. I'm still curious about the automated defenses that we've apparently activated. How that's gonna ruin my day. Decayed Scroll. 348 years ago, our ancestors arrived on this blooming world, built the cities and the manufactorums, and founded here a society free from heresy and fear. But the immortal Emperor of humanity, Warden of Light, saw fit to test our faith. A great war tore open a rift between our ancestors, dividing them into two factions and turning the world into a boundless battlefield. Each day we fought the enemy so that our children could see the dawn of a new era. An era without blood, pain, and tears. Brave people, living and dead, paved with the bodies the road to our future. And one day the skies answered our prayers. The Great Star Allies descended. The Great Star Allies sounds not like humanity. Descended from the darkness of the cosmos and bestowed upon our great army the doomsday weapon. And so we brought righteous anger upon our foes and ended the centuries-long war. Welcome the dawn of the new era. The universe will hardly notice our deed, but the God Emperor sees all. We, children of a great nation, must dedicate ourselves to this sacred mission to survive and revivify this world, as the most beautiful flowers are revivified from ashes. And hence do not despair, sons and daughters of the Imperium, for our star allies are behind us, and the God of humanity is with us. I know that help is coming, and soon the skies overhead will shine once more. Huh. Who are your star allies? Because I'm guessing heresy.
It's about time.
Keep a sharp eye.
Nope, nope. Back up, people. Send one person forward to open here. And then
The web
Bella.
serves.
Let's send you alone into here to disarm the trap.
I do what I must.
Alright, team. Several crates of dry rations survived to this day. Each one bears the seal of the coat of arms of the Winterscale dynasty.
A new challenge for me?
I mean, maybe it was Winterscale who came and saved the day. Pascal? Oh, 0%.
Seer of Shael. Is it your third eye? Or is it something else? Whatever it is, do not come any closer.
I will say the same to you. The glare of your soul dazzles my sight. To the point of pain, to the point of tears. We should keep our distance.
Huh. Yeah, whatever is with this door, 0% chance to tech use it open, 0% chance even using a multi-key to get it open, 0% chance to blow it up with demolition. That is a serious door. Control panel. I guess not that difficult of a door. Just use the control panel.
Follow my lead.
We've got another key, grants access to the warehouse. And another item to read. Unknown Officer's Diary. I'm tired. How long has it been since Doomsday? I think it was the 36th year when the heretical cholera wiped out half of our people, including the old bookkeeper, Hailgar. Time has stood still for us since. It was so long ago, and what a convenient solution to the overpopulation problem, huh? The commanders think we bought this coincidence, morons. Still, when I look in the mirror, I see my father, the same wrinkles by the eyes, gray temples, which means that I'm over 60, and we've been underground for longer than half a century. No sky, no sun, no joy, and no hope. If that damn propagandist scribe tells me one more time that I must not lose faith, I will make him eat his own tongue. Sure, we were once so certain that we had won. The weapon of the great ally boggled the mind. I still remember how the skies shook before me and my ma and father were evacuated to this wretched bunker. But where has it led us? When I took over my father's post at the comm station, I learned that we had long since lost all communication with other PDF bases, and the stars responded to our calls with silence. These days, we don't hear any bombs landing outside, but things are still restless in the old bunker. First, a water purifier failure, then a fire in the Medicaid units. Rats chewed holes in my exposure suit, and now we can't go up to the surface anymore. Are these accidents, or have we had a saboteur in our midst all these years? I'll keep an eye on the troops. I don't believe in miracles, but we still have enough supplies on the lower levels to last us another 50 years or so. If y'all can finally sort the air duct problem, that is, next time we meet, I should ask how the repairs are going. Sounds like the repairs didn't go well, given that you died to air quality problems.
Weakness.
And before we go downstairs, we've gotten a couple of keys that I'm wondering if any of them can get us into... What room was it? That's the room we came from. So it would have been here, this door. Ow. Wait, are we still taking melting venom in this room? Okay, sure.
We need to investigate.
Well, I don't want us standing around while we're taking melting venom, so you all head back there. Cabela alone.
Nothing. And
You step
needed
forward.
Ignorant. No sleep, no rest. Only duty, only death. The Vizier. Would he be proud? Am I?
Melted charge. Logic test. We don't want her wasting her time on that. Someone's still taking damage. Possibly multiple someones. Looks like it's Ignatius that's taking the damage. Perfect. A weapon that requires Iconoclast. It's a light two-handed las rifle. Grants the wielder +1 to resolve for each enemy killed until the end of combat. I don't really care. The only iconoclast person I regularly hang out with is Abelard, and he doesn't need a rifle. Alright, everyone get in here.
Victory awaits.
Mostly so I can have someone do this logic test. Pascal.
Operation successful.
A few parchments bearing the Winterscale seal contain plans for military operations and a mention of the Doomsday weapon. So maybe their people from the stars was Winterscale. Can we logic again? No. Alright, let's get out of here. Not sure why this area is not getting good air. Well, it looks like we've got poisoned air all throughout here.
It's about time.
Thought we had turned it off. Or maybe it was me opening that door that caused the problem. If we reclose that door, does that stop the bad air from getting in? Maybe that's what happened. Yeah, I think that's what happened. So we've got bad air out there. By opening that door, it suddenly allowed it back in here where we kept taking damage. But then we immediately heal once the damage stops, so that's fine.
None shall stand in my way.
Here's our staircase down. And they did say that they could survive down here a bit longer. So we might find survivors. Some unknown accident caused the elevator shaft to collapse. Reaching the lower levels at this point would require sending a mining team.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Box with the winter scale emblem. Entry C. It's been 100 cycles and these idiots are still none the wiser about who they saved from the storm. Going back to my camp is no longer an option. Damned rats chew through the protective suit, and these pistons are out of repair materials. Entry CIV. It's got to be Roman numerals, but I don't know my Roman numerals up to C. There are some decent people here, just civilians like my mother. This one girl, Zimmy, even made a habit of coming by in the after hours. She asked me to teach her the letters so she can write to her father, who went to the surface 2 turns ago. Foolish child. The war has taken its toll on both sides. Hold on. Am I sympathizing with the enemy? I better put a stop to this. Entry CX. I was finally allowed entry to the upper levels, and lo and behold, what did I find there? The same supply crates as those gifted to our lords by the Star Allies. The same rations as we've been eating. The same weapons as we've been fighting with. So our lives have simply been toyed with. If Winterscale has betrayed us, I must report this to the command, no matter the cost. I got my hands on a cutter and decommissioned a few blocks of explosives. No one noticed a thing. I bribed the archivist with a dozen rations. Now I just need to get the schematics for the life support systems. Rats brought disease from the surface. The Medicaid unit is packed. Just the right time for a quick short circuit. Zimmy drank the poisoned water and vomited a lot of blood. The schematics were inaccurate, but now I know for certain which pipes go to the living modules and which to the barracks. The senior command officer suspects something. It's time. So whoever this is betrayed them all. Someone sawed off the emergency stairs and tried to conceal the damage.
A new challenge for me?
I guess that's that. Nowhere else to go. Yeah. I guess we're done here. Trying to make sure I didn't forget any doors that we couldn't get through early on. No, I think we opened up everything. Now we go back into poisoned air. But it should just be a quick run to get back to our ship.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Or not? Right. Right.
I see your darkened colors.
Right. Yeah. Wonder if I'd gone to... back to that computer. Could I have turned off this? Control system. Yeah. Probably could have. Too little too late now. Well, let's get my ranged people in cover. There's one outside. Yeah, there's one here. I could try and rush Pascal over to there. Maybe that is the call. Rush him over to there. He just already can start there. Have him use that machine. Meanwhile, we will be in position to fight. And then our melee characters. I'll put you there. Though I'm probably going to have him charge and then attack. And Cabela might just have her around here to attack that one or something. I doubt they can turn to the side to shoot, so if we get our people ahead, maybe they won't get shot, like our melee characters. I don't know. What to do, what to do.
If I
Something
may.
like that. Then we'll give our crit chances and whatnot to you two.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And then dodge bonus to Cassia herself. As always.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Bring it down on Ignatius.
I'm afraid not. If only that were
No?
possible.
Okay.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Then voice of command followed by bring it down.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Ignite. Orchestrate flames.
All too easy.
Run and gun. And then another ignite. We'll go with, say, that one. Wow, that is doing no damage, particularly for a psi level 4 or something ignite.
Already done.
Taking 2 burning damage a turn. Yikes. That is getting a yikes from me. Okay, Cassia. Any way you can just win this for me. That's doing good damage. It hits our allies, which is less good. But I could turn it so it doesn't.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
There we go. I don't think Iggy will be MVP this turn. This time, yeah. Iggy. Ignatius von Valencius. Come on, man. Alright, we'll mark... I guess you as prey.
If it serves your cause.
Put you in perfect spot. Let's see. We'll do 9 damage or 18% armor penetration. They probably have crazy armor. Yeah. So armor penetration is probably the most important here. Target's armor will be reduced by 3 times target's difficulty tier. So 12. This reduces them by... Well, gives 18% armor penetration and guarantees a crit. I think we'll go with that one. Then we fire here. Doing no damage.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
And then in my sights... You can't use it? No, there we go. I don't know why it didn't take when I clicked on it, but sure. In my sights on that.
Imperium is beneath me.
Because that one's almost certainly to still be alive. Alright. I guess I can move you forward so that you're attacking its weakness. One to 2 damage. Oh man.
Trust me.
We need Pascal to turn them off. Trying to fight them is just not gonna be... It's not gonna work. Give it another weak point.
The tenants demand.
25% of the usual damage, and then makes them hemorrhage. I don't know if you can make a machine hemorrhage. Or make it rain blood. Let's do a blade dance.
Fail. Let your soul be purged.
I mean, you caught it on fire. And yeah, I guess try and make it hemorrhage.
As honor ordains.
Is it hemorrhaging now? No. Can't say I'm terribly surprised. Alright. We'll call that good. Ow. Alright, Pascal, please turn them off. Coggitator's panel has dozens of blah blah blah. Deactivate the automated defense systems, please. 95% chance to succeed. Success. Your knowledge of the machine spirits is sufficient to trick the system and subdue it to your will. A false query, a crafty manipulation of the controls, and you get what you want. Step away from the cogitator. She still did her shot afterwards. Fantastic. Alright guys, we're gonna call that good. Let's get out of here. This planet sucks. Those turrets would have been really hard to actually finish off. It's not saying we couldn't have done it, but it would have been rough. Lord Captain, the crew that was sent to the surface reports that they have cleared the collapsed passages leading to the lower levels. After exploring the abandoned rooms, they discovered valuable cargo that has already been brought aboard. Okay. We got uniform kits, provisions, and ranged weaponry. Cool. Another small planetoid with 2 plasteel. No. Not wasting my time on 2 plasteel. Ooh, lots of stuff here. Let's... Abandoned Tech Priest base needs to be explored. Adamantine, only 2. It feels like that's going to open up a new area to go to. Let's check out this one first. The sight before you has excited the officer corps, who are delighted to witness the truly majestic ends of the planet through the huge windows of the bridge, one of the many nameless worlds throughout the expanse. An unknown reason caused the planet to break into several uneven parts, but its strong magnetic field is still preventing them from drifting into the cold abyss of space. The planet's hard inner core has remained almost untouched as thousands of explosions taking place under its shell of hard metal light up the world's heart from the inside. What is going on here? Planet broke into several uneven parts. The hard inner core remained untouched for thousands of years. As thousands of explosions taking place under its shell of hard metals light up the world's heart from the inside. So the planet broke up. We're seeing into its core, and for whatever reason, there are thousands of explosions taking place right now. Confused, but sure. The Augur crew detects several ruined extractiums on the planet's broken planet surface. Their analysis shows somebody used to mine adamantine here, but abandoned the deposit after the catastrophe. Most of the machines are damaged beyond repair, but the tech adepts claim one of the complexes can be restored if the rogue trader has the required parts and equipment. Provide the technicians with scrap to repair the extractium, dismantle this surviving extractium for spare parts, or leave the world to its fate to face its end alone. World cracked would be nice to mine. I mean, it's only got 2 adamantine. Unless if we repair the extractium, suddenly that makes it more valuable. or something. I would like to dismantle the surviving extractiums so that they become extractiums I can place elsewhere, but I'm assuming... I don't know if spare parts means that I get an extractium myself. But spending scrap, whatever that means, to get 2 adamantine feels silly. But I'm going to do it. We'll keep mining. I don't know that this will give me a working extractium, because I don't know what spare parts counts as. So, yeah, let's repair the extractiums and see what happens. A few dozen time bells later, the Lord Captain is informed that the repair crew is suffering from unrelenting headaches. How valuable is adamantium? As far as I know, I don't know. It seems like just a trade good that periodically we get people who say, hey, I need 5 adamantium. I don't know that any of them are necessarily better or worse or more valuable than others. Just some quests require them, or some building projects on our worlds. A few dozen time bells later, the Lord Captain is informed that the repair crew is suffering from unrelenting headaches, most likely caused by the oppressive magnetic field of the world. However, the machines have been successfully repaired, and the extraction of adamantine may continue if the Lord Captain wishes. Of course, the mine needs to be staffed with a squad of working servitors and a maintenance brigade doomed to endure the endless pain caused by the magnetic storms. Restart the extractium or take the extractium machine on board. Its capabilities can be applied elsewhere. Your life right there. The ongoing headaches. Yeah, you just need to go to a planet that doesn't have a magnetic sphere. Problem solved. We will take the extractium on board. Its capabilities can be applied elsewhere. So that gives us a new extractium. Oh, adamantine bumped up to 5 here. So 5 is actually reasonable. So I could just put it right back down. Like, no, guys, it's fine. You can come on board. Take the machine, bring it all back up here. It's good. I'm not going to force you to be here. Psych, go back down. Alright. So that looked like... I thought that was going to be a place we had to explore, even though that's not the usual icon for fly down and explore it. But no. I wonder why it's labeled as Abandoned Tech Priest Base then. Just to give us context. But yes, I'm going to throw down the extractium because now it's up to 5, and 5 is actually worthwhile. So, sorry people who are stuck there with permanent headaches from the magnetic sphere. Or the magnetic field, but good luck. Thanks for your sacrifice for the Imperium of Man. And nothing here. This has a name. They need tinfoil hats. Yep. So most worlds are just labeled Jungle World. Nothing of interest. This world has an actual name. Quetzaltemur. But there's no quests, no rumors, nothing to do on the planet. But someone gave it a name. We're going to save before we go to the projection from Warp, because... yeah. I have no idea what's going on here, so I'm going to check it out. What's super sketchy. When the Rogue Trader's ship draws near the unidentified celestial body, the machine spirits on every deck, from the captain's bridge to the cargo holds, become frantic. The engines are refusing to cooperate, sending the void ship hurtling towards the epicenter of the anomaly, like an arrow towards the target. Oh, so we are just moving forward and we can't stop. Awesome. You wake after unsettled sleep to find yourself lying on a stiff cardboard mat. You are overcome with a strange sense of wrongness. The place is dark and the reeks of body odor. Someone elbows you under the ribs and grabs you by the collar, spitting abuse. It is an enforcer patrolling the void ship, and she is clearly displeased. We're on a cardboard mat. And an enforcer elbowed us, grabbed us by the collar, and is shouting abuse at us. I don't think she cares that we're the rogue trader. I don't know. This seems like a memory or a vision or something. Whatever it is, I don't think we're a rogue trader in this. Or that they care that we're a rogue trader. Ask what the problem is. Attempt a strength check. Oh, luckily Abelard's there. He can do the strength check. To punch the woman in the face and run away. I mean, I don't want to just punch a random woman in the face. Even if we do have a 100% chance to succeed. Ask what the problem is. Let's try and figure out what's going on. The enforcer tosses you unceremoniously into a corner where similarly ragged people are scrubbing the deck. According to the sign on the bulkhead, this is Bay Theta 54, the lower decks. You have work to do. You need to get moving. Start climbing to the middle decks using an old map on the wall as your guide. Find a servo-skull messenger to inform the bridge of your whereabouts. Talk to the locals to learn about everyday life on the lower decks. For awareness succeed, we've already passed that one. Rob a guard post and contact Bijdis using a stolen Vox. Or just scrub the deck. I mean, I'd rather do the one that we already have succeeded at. Contact Bijdis using a stolen Vox. You've been studying the enforcers for several cycles now, observing shift changes, trips to the mess, games of regicide, and the aftermath of boozing sessions. On the fourth day, during a shift change, you sneak into their small room, find a Voxcaster that someone left behind. Upon hearing your voice, the Voxmaster gives praise to the Emperor of Humanity. Bijdis explains that you were trapped in an anomaly that made people on the ship inexplicably trade places. A rescue squad was dispatched at once to search for the Lord Captain, but you beat them to it and contacted Bijdis yourself. So as we approached the projection, everyone just suddenly swapped places. And so on the lower deck, luckily we had all of our people with us so we could pass those checks somehow. But the lower deck didn't realize that we were the rogue trader, even though visually it should be pretty obvious. You had to wait several more ship cycles for the escort squad to make its way from the uppermost decks down to the very bottom. Informed about a high-ranking guest in their midst, the overseers of Bay Theta 54 tried to brighten your stay with passable food, a soft bed, and even warm water, a privilege not afforded to the locals. Eventually, you see the familiar faces of escort officers who have come to retrieve you. Hurry to the voidship bridge, punish the enforcer who dared to mistake you for a serf, teach a lesson to all enforcers on the lower decks. No, we'll just get out of there. I'm not punishing them for not realizing I was the rogue trader, even though they really should have. The Voxmaster gives praise to the Emperor of Humanity as you make your entrance on the captain's bridge. Bijdis explains that you were trapped in an anomaly that made the people on the ship inexplicably trade places. A rescue squad was immediately dispatched to search for the rogue trader, but finding you took quite a bit of time. All's well that ends well. The Lord Captain is at the helm again, continuing his journey through the Koronus Expanse. Long live Ignatius von Valencius. Well, that was weird. Just an odd anomaly. Alright, we have finished looking at this location. So, finally, time to go to Forgotten Twins, I guess. Another relatively safe travel. With no event on the way. Even better. Uncharted system, let's visit it. The coordinates from the ship's log lead to an unremarkable star system. The Augur crew reports that the arrays cannot register anything worthy of the Lord Captain's attention. Was this log entry just someone's idea of a joke? If someone has decided to mock the rogue trader, they are playing a dangerous game. There is tons of stuff here. We've got 5 planets, a cool binary star system that's looks like this small neutron star maybe is eating energy from this larger star, but then traces of a space battle. Space battle's probably gonna be more exciting, so let's start with the planets as usual. What do we find? Cogitator screen highlights the shapes of several buildings. This small settlement, the only one on the planet, is a Winterscale Dynasty outpost. Visit the outpost, send a party to raid the outpost, or continue our journey. We'll visit it. After a lengthy descent to the planet, you're rewarded with a dismal sight. The entire outpost consists of a long column of uniform bunkhouses, machine hangars, and a large headquarters topped with the massive antenna of an ancient voxcaster. The binary suns hanging in the sky make every object cast two shadows, a spectacle you find vaguely disturbing. The custodian and his people go out of their way to give the esteemed guest a proper reception, but their resources are scarce at best. Let's talk to the custodian. Yeah, better hope that star is in early. It's early in its cycle. Bad time to go boom. Yeah. The custodian shares alarming news. The outpost is highly dependent on various deliveries from the core Winterscale worlds, but 2 ships have already failed to arrive on schedule. The locals do not have an astropath of their own, so the custodian cannot determine the cause of the delay or request aid. The outpost will soon run out of food at this rate, so the custodian sends an urgent request for provisions. He is begging you for help, offering what little his settlement has in exchange. We could supply the outpost with provisions it needs, costing us 2 provisions. We have 14. We could agree to help in the future should you have the necessary resources, or just leave the planet. So it's either give them the 2 supplies now, come back later to give them the 2 supplies, or leave them to their fate. I wish there was an option here to have our astropath send out a message saying, hey, where are your 2 ships? What's going on? Because they're like, oh yeah, we don't have an astropath, so we can't determine anything. And it's like, we're here with an astropath. Or our ship has an astropath. Can't we just find out for them? Because, yeah, we can give them a couple of provisions, but that doesn't really help their problem long term. But yeah, we'll help them with the provisions they need. Custodian showers you with gratitude and hurries to send gifts in return. The formerly grim and worried faces of his men light up with relief. They gave me a needle rifle. It's not that great. I mean, I guess I should give this to someone, probably Argenta, because giving another form of ongoing damage has value. And I think this one is actually doing nearly equivalent damage. The previous ones we've gotten have not. And then some basic trade goods. The return journey treats you to a rare and unexpected spectacle. An eclipse begins as one of the 2 local suns covers the other. You watch as the temperature drops, the lighting changes, and the double shadows vanish. The 2 disks in the sky merge, forming a shimmering oval, and then become one. Eventually, the fantastic event passes, leaving behind a vivid memory. That would be a cool event to see. An eclipse of 2 suns, one blocking view of the other. Is there still another event here? No. Okay. Just checking. Two plasteel, don't care. Let's make sure we avoid going into there. Small planetoid. Has nothing of note. Each of us is born with our death. It grows with us, and when the time comes, it displaces our life. The same is true for entire civilizations. For they too must one day fade beneath the weight of the ages. Gas giant. The crew were treated to a truly impressive sight, a colossal storm on the gas giant's surface. The planet's dimensions in themselves were mind-boggling, and then it birthed a tempest, the storm to end all storms. As the Lord Captain and his officers observed it from a safe distance, through the bridge's huge viewing windows, someone suggested giving it a name, and the Emperor's wrath garnered the most votes. Some in the crew believed the storm to be an omen. We can only hope it is an omen of great things to come. What do we have here? Nothing. Alright. Let's fly into the middle of the suns. Just because it amuses me. Because they should be swirling around us, and therefore we're within their path. But no, let's just move on. Eldari in distress. Irlet is convinced that some of her kin can be found in the system known to humans as... Here. Lord Captain, there's evidence of a recent scuffle straight ahead of us. Don't take me. This is not a frigate. This is just a gutted piece of metal. The helmsman falls silent for a moment. Blimey, the culprits are here too. It is the Eldari freaks. I recognize their shiny asses even from this distance, except the xenos are acting suspiciously. They are hovering in place and not even trying to run. Should we approach or open fire from a distance? Call off your people, Alentak. Something is wrong. The children of Asurian are dismayed, but doing something that is like this to a Monkey vessel? No, we are not animals. I appeal to your prudence and the promise you made. Do not destroy my kin for the deeds they did not commit. Lord Captain, we have received a report from the Augur crew. The situation is unusual. The Xeno ship displays no biological or energetical signatures, even though it appears to be intact. According to the scanners, there is nobody on board. However, survivors are believed to be hiding in one of the compartments of the damaged vessel of the Imperium. We've also spotted some drifting plating remains that belong to a third unidentified vessel. Send a shuttle with scouts to investigate the Xeno ship, have the acolytes of the machine cult identify the remains of the third vessel, dispatch a rescue team if there are any survivors at the frigate. I want to do all of these, but I think first get information. Have the machine cult identify the remains of the third vessel. The Voxmaster relays the orders to the tech priest and promptly receives a reply. Lord Captain, I am reporting that the hull fragments belong to the Drukhari xenorace, but the presence of their ships in this system at this time has not been confirmed. So we have Drukhari. Sounds like a battle between humans, Eldar, and Drukhari. The Eldar ship is empty. Eldar are hiding out in the human ship. And the humans are all dead, I guess? Let's send a shuttle to investigate the Xeno ship. See, again, before we approach the survivors, let's try and figure out what was going on to the best we can. Hopefully, taking all this delay doesn't cause all the survivors to die if there was, like, lacking atmosphere or something. But no, let's find out what's going on with the Xeno ship. Apparently, just Xeno artifacts. Okay. After several hours of tedious waiting, Vigdis gets back on air. Lord Captain, the scouts confirm our earlier report. The Xeno ship is intact. Many valuable artifacts have been found inside, but neither the Eldari nor their bodies were discovered. We also received a shuriken catapult, which is a rapid-fire, short-ish range. I guess has a maximum of 18. Eldari weapon. And then the Xeno artifacts. We are too late again, Alentak. I mean, no. Iliet's voice sounds faint and almost listless. Alright, let's dispatch a rescue team to see if there are any survivors at the frigate. It will be done. Vigis flips the switches on the Vox system's cogitator, and the transmission goes quiet for a while. Found some more Xeno artifacts and some fuel. Lord Captain, the scouts managed to rescue several emaciated officers from the wrecked ship. Despite their wounds, they were able to tell us what had happened during a patrol. During a patrol, a frigate discovered an Eldari ship crossing the system and decided to immediately attack the enemies of humanity. The Xenos vessel proved too fast and skittish, but at one point its engines failed, giving the frigate a chance to attack. When the guns were aimed, several Drukhari ships suddenly pounced from the darkness. At first, they attacked from a distance, but soon boarded the frigate and wreaked a bloody massacre on the decks. It is only by sheer miracle that the surviving officers managed to escape, locking themselves up in a hidden technical compartment the Xenos had no use for. The survivors claimed that the Xenos conspired and deliberately led the ship into a trap where it met its doom. But we don't think Eldari and Drukhari are friendly, or are they? Well, Drukhari are a different branch of Eldari, I believe, from the Children of Asarian. So I don't think they'd be working together just to take out a human ship. Also, it wouldn't explain why the Eldari were all dead. The Xenos joined forces to eliminate a vessel of the Imperium. An alliance between the Eldari and the Drukhari is an unusual sight, and yet such an outcome is hardly surprising. My Master Interrogator, I was thinking exactly the same thing. At last, you and I can finally agree on something. How blind are the monkey to the vices of their own kind. Humans attack a ship of the Children of Asurian, sailing peacefully by, but it is my kinspeople who are to blame? Irliet is beside herself with contempt and rage. No, my kind would not willingly take part in a massacre orchestrated by the Dark Ones, and then abandon their ship. Something else happened here. Something I'm afraid to even consider. So, the life signs we found were apparently not Eldari. I thought it said they were. Let's see if I can find what it said. Situation as usual. The Xenos ship displays no biological or energetic signatures. According to scanners, there's nobody on board. However, survivors are believed to be hiding in one of the compartments. Okay. When I was reading this, that there were no life signs on the Xenos ship, but survivors were on the Imperium ship. For whatever reason, my brain thought it was somehow survivors from the Xenos ship were on the Imperial ship. Clearly, that's not the case. We've done everything we could. We are leaving. As you command, Lord Captain. Yeah, I think that Irlia is correct, and that it wasn't just the Eldari or the Children of Asurian and the Drukhari joining forces. But that's all we have in this system. And again, I wish we could have contacted Winterscale to say, hey, what's going on because your people here are starving.